Hello. Let's get some message for today. For tonight, wherever you are. Ooh. The sun, baby. So you get the sun here, which, if you don't know tarot, it's good news. This card is like a portal. You know, obviously, you can kind of see that as well. Besides it looking like a sun, it looks like a portal, an opening in your life, and it's all good, right? This white light, it brings exuberance and enthusiasm and success, material wealth. All the things associated with the sun are, you know, empowerment and joy of creativity and rebirth, basically. The sun, you know, everyone needs the sun to survive, and the sun is ultimately, you know, God in a sense, you know. There might be a Leo, you know, that's important in your life right now. Maybe you are dating a Leo, or you're going to meet a Leo. You know, it might not have to be a person. It could also just mean that you might step into leadership at this time, you know, or being the center of attention. You know, Leos love the center of attention, being the center of attention. They think they're the center of the world, but that's for another video. No shade to my Leos. I mean, I do know some myself, but anyways. Yeah, so like the downsides of Leo, the sign, or this sun card, could also mean too much adoration, you know, a little arrogance, or being too egotistic about something, you know, being self-centered in a sense, or like having an obsession about material success instead of just, you know, striving towards it in a sense. So that's the downside. So you have to take into you know, account both sides of, you know, a situation. But this sun card really means that you're feeling empowered at this time, and your goals seem clearer than they've ever been. You know, you've done a lot of work, you've gone through the winter, and now you are shining like the sun. You embrace your destiny, and you realize that you're creating it. And you really truly know that, because you create it with your thoughts first and your beliefs. And you have to truly believe and think and imagine what you want first, right? Maybe there's going to be some opportunities coming around and you say yes to them, right? But your life is going to open up to new vistas. You know, the sun is out. It's a sunrise of your life. You can afford to be like generous with your love and light, because you know that you have the security with your success, whether it's material success or spiritual, emotional success, you know, whatever it is. You know, share it with others. If you have a lot to give and you're happy and you have joy and light and, you know, a sense of purity, share it with people. Maybe you travel to a warm climate, yeah, for business or pleasure, or maybe both, or maybe somewhere overseas, or somewhere like desert-like, you know, like Egypt or somewhere like that, Morocco. But when you start exploring places that you always want to travel to, like you start imagining, you know, the most exotic places that you'd ever want to go to, and you know that you'll probably never get there, right? At least not right now. But, you know, say you always wanted to go to Morocco, but it's like, how could I ever get to Morocco? You know, these silent, being driven towards certain places, you know, it comes from past lives in a sense. Like, you're being drawn to certain places because you might not even have a reason why. Maybe you're curious, but why are you curious to go to certain places over others, right? You have to kind of start like inquiring about stuff like that. Like, if you weren't your race right now, what race do you think you would be in a past life that you can connect to, like on a spiritual level? You ever think of that? Stuff like that. But it's gonna, when you travel to places, it's gonna start opening up just like past lives with you. And the sun is it's been around for a while, right? But this really means material success. You get the job, or maybe it turns out to be even better than what you thought. Or if you've been looking for a job, somehow you get 3 offers all of a sudden. But you're gonna love your work, and then your productivity is gonna show that you love to be creative, and it's just gonna be shown. Like, you don't work a day in your life. If you do something you love, I think that's how it goes, right? But your creativity is also going to be recognized by others because you are so enthralled in yourself and just your expression at this time. And a true artist has a lot of courage because you have to be vulnerable, showing things that come from your heart, right? You create these pieces of art, whatever kind of artistry you are, and you have to show it to others, right? That's part of art. And you're basically opening yourself up to vulnerability and judgment and whatever criticism, whatever people want to throw at you. So artists have this sense of, courage to them, right? So what would you do? If you're not doing it now, what would you do that truly expresses who you are inside, or, where you can let go of energy inside of your body in like, a very soothing way. But this is, the sun card, Leos, Leos like to be appreciated a lot. They like to be told that they're doing a good job and that they look good and all that good stuff. And basically this means the sun is going to, shed light on you, right? You're building up your success, and it's starting to really turn into a mountain, right? And you're just a beacon of light, and people are starting to see it and appreciate it too. But I don't know, maybe if there's a warm climate involved somehow, or maybe you're involved in some sort of workshop in a warm climate that's coming up. If you're single, someone obviously is going to capture your heart when you're traveling. If you travel, if you're already involved, maybe this is like a resurrection of your passion, but either way, when you receive love and you know that it's true love, just relax and enjoy it. It doesn't come around a lot. And when you can truly feel relaxed around someone, I don't know who said it, but basically a lot of, I'm going to, come from it from a female point of view, but someone once said that, okay, you can go both ways, so screw it. Forget what I just said. When you're dating someone and, you start to feel these jitters and excitement, like, not in the way where, like, you're really excited to see them because you're, like, infatuated with them, but, like, when you just get so many nerves around someone and you think that is because it's all good, that could be a bad sign, actually. When you meet a twin flame or someone that's a true love, you actually feel relaxed around them. You feel like you've known them forever. You feel like you could be yourself openly and easily. You don't have to put on a show. You don't have to pretend, to be a certain way or act a certain way that's not you, to try and impress someone. When you find someone that's truly a good match for you, you actually feel relaxed, right? And this is what I mean when you find some love coming in, slow down and just enjoy it and relax, and it's going to be even more enjoyable that way, because it's just, it's peaceful and it's secure and it's safe, and it's also exciting and passionate and, you know, like fireworks, you know, too, but it's in this way where you feel at home while it's happening. That's what, you know, this card is saying in a sense. Something's gonna warm up in your love life, right? Like the sun. So, you know, relax like you're at the beach and soak up those rays, you know? But, you know, obviously luck is on your heels, and your earnings, your cheddar is gonna get better here. You get a raise, maybe, maybe a stock that you've been holding on to forever finally freaking takes off, you know, or you treat yourself to like a vacation and relax and enjoy it. Maybe you just, you know, go to a sunny climate for a few days and just sit on a beach and do nothing, right? That is doing something for you. But basically your wellness, like you're in a wellness like stage now, where like everything that you do, every choice that you make during the day is either for or against your wellness, right? So every step of the way, what do you eat for breakfast? What are you drinking before you eat breakfast? You know, all these little decisions that we make throughout the day. What time do we go to sleep every night? Are we going to sleep at the same time? Are we waking up at the same time? Are we drinking enough water? All these little things. We're consciously deciding whether or not it's good for us or not now. You know, this is the time where your vitality is renewed and you feel like emotional contentment. And this is going to make you have like a rapid recovery from any sort of illness or surgery or any kind of physical illness, physical complaints, you know, like maybe a burning in your chest. I'm getting right now for some reason. I'm feeling a lot of heartburn on having this. Maybe there's like some sort of irritating cold or flu that you've had, or you've been sneezing or whatever it is. It's going to go away when you overcome your fears and you have emotional contentment. People write off emotions as like this secondary thing, but it is extremely important to your well-being. And when you are in emotional contentment, not happiness or sadness, but contentment, being okay with what is, right? Appreciating what you have right now. That's contentment. But the sun consciousness represents your mind awakening from sleep, right? You know, the dark winter is over and the sun rises, you know, free of the moon's illusions. And you view all of your life now as filled with truth and light, because you know, like you know what you need to do, you know what you want, and you have this contentment now where you have this brightness to you again, right? You're starting to burn up in a good way, and you're starting to shine, right? So you have survived the darkness. Now, follow the light.